All right, let's talk Los Angeles Rams. This was a team left for dead just a short time ago, but now they're making a lot of noise. They're building a lot of momentum, playing better and better football. A lot of that has to do with the fact they're finally starting to get healthy. We're seeing some of the receivers come back. Stafford's playing at an incredible level. And now there's more great news on the injury front. More reinforcements are coming into the fold for LA. The future looks really bright for the Rams the rest of the year. I'm Nick, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, this Rams team got off to a really bad start, but a lot of that's injuries. We understand that. We obviously getting Nakua back, getting Cooper Kupp back. That's certainly going to help. Stafford's playing at a high level. The question now is going to be, when is the cavalry going to come with the offensive line? And I tell you what, Rams fans, it looks like it's coming full speed. Let's pull up this report courtesy of NBC Sports. The Rams are officially getting two key offensive linemen back on the practice field. Los Angeles has designated Steve Avila and Jonah Jackson, two really good players, to return, opening their respective 21-day practice windows. Avila has been sidelined by a knee injury and Jackson by a shoulder injury. Avila was injured in the Week 1 loss to the Lions, and Jackson in the Week 2 loss to the Cardinals. Head coach Sean McVay said earlier this week that Jackson appears closer to returning to play, though both linemen have a chance to be active in Week 10. This is a Rams team that we all know is building a lot of momentum, and the cavalry is coming, and the NFC better watch out. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, but first, Rams fans, in the comment section below, you've got a matchup, prime time, Monday night against the Miami Dolphins. Rams are heading in one direction. It's a good direction. The Dolphins are heading in the other direction. They are on the precipice of a losing season, even as they get healthier. This is a good opportunity for the Rams, so let us know in the comment section below what you think the final score will be between Los Angeles and Miami. Let us know in the comments. But Miles, what are your thoughts on this latest news out of LA?
Yeah, Nick, I think this is great news for the Rams no matter how you shake it. You look at weeks 1 through 5 before their week 6 bye, the Rams are 1-4. Probably no way you could shake it. It wasn't good. This team, they had some struggles. They go into week 6 bye, they come out of it 3-0 outside of the bye, bringing them to 500. This team is on a hot streak, and this is perfect for the Rams because you're on a hot streak. You're 3-0 after the bye when you started to get a little bit healthy. Now you're potentially getting even more healthy. You think, okay, they're 3-0. How much could these two starting offensive linemen coming back to the fold actually help them? It must be that they have had some really great replacements in their stead. This team must be doing pretty good on its own. Well, that is not the case at all because you look at their PFF grades as an offensive line, they're pretty horrible. They're 15th in run blocking. They're 31st. There's only one team in the NFL that is worse than them in pass blocking, and that is the New Orleans Saints, who are also ravaged by injuries. The New Orleans Saints are absolutely terrible, although we know they have a ton of injuries, so we're not completely blaming them for that. But you don't want to be the only team behind you is the New Orleans Saints in pass blocking, who barely has a practice squad offensive line. I think this is going to be huge for the Rams going forward. Getting both of these starters back on the offensive line is going to do really big things for them. So you ask yourself, we're 3-0 after the bye. We're doing pretty good. How much better can we get? The answer is a lot better. You can get a heck of a lot better. And I think these two upgrades in particular are going to be absolutely huge for the Rams going forward.
One of the great untold stories right now in the National Football League is the coaching job McVay has done after that terrible start heading into the bye. We've seen a lot of teams this year ravaged by injuries. You and I have talked about it a lot offline about how just it seems like a bunch of teams we thought would be contenders or at least fighting for potential playoff spots are just they're not the same team. They're missing all their good players. You look at the Miami Dolphins, right? Very similar. Made the playoffs the last 2 seasons. A lot of people thought they could win their division, right? Win the AFC East this year, and they look terrible. Look like they're about to miss the playoffs. A lot of it has to do with injuries. The New Orleans Saints, 2-0 with back-to-back 40-point performances. Then they get ravaged by injuries. Now their coach is fired. They're looking like they may be a top 2 pick kind of team. The Dallas Cowboys, a team that made the playoffs 3 straight 12-win seasons, right? Heading into the season, a lot of people thought they would be heading for maybe another playoff berth. They've been decimated by injuries. They're one of the worst teams in the NFC. The reality is a lot of the teams this year, a lot of teams we thought would be good, have been ravaged by injuries and they've been playing poorly, except for the Rams. They found a way to persevere. And look, I know they got Kupp and I know Nakua started coming back, but they still were dealing with just an unbelievable array of injuries on the offensive line, and they found a way to get it done. ugly win against the Raiders, no doubt about it. On a short week, they beat the Vikings, who I think we all agree are kind of a little bit of a fraud, and then they get it done last week. This is a team that's just finding a way to get these big wins down a couple key guys. And once these guys start returning, and once they start getting healthy, we're going to see the playoff team we saw in the second half of 2023, a team that outplayed the Lions in Detroit. They should have beaten the Lions in that wild card game, to be totally honest. And we're going to start seeing that the second half of this season. I know a lot of people look at the NFC right now and they think that, the 49ers, when they get healthy, I mean, they've been beat up by injuries too. Good Lord. It seems like every team has been this year. But a lot of people, when they look at the contenders in the NFC, they say Lions easy number one. Don't really trust the Eagles, but I guess maybe, you look at the 49ers, they should get healthy and get a little bit better, right? Maybe the Falcons, do we trust Kirk Cousins? Probably not, right? It doesn't seem like a deep conference. The Rams are kind of lurking right now. And if they can get healthy and keep building momentum, there's no reason to think they can't make a serious run at this thing. If I'm a Rams fan right now, I'm very excited.